フォールフルカウル 100%! エリちゃん、力を貸してくれるかい？お前もエリも力の価値を分かっていない。個性は伸ばすことで飛躍する。
Since all the titles we're covering are new or recent, how about we start with a quote from someone we all know? I can't use a sword, I can't cook, I can't tell lies, but I've got my friends. Know who said that? Monkey D. Luffy, showing just how much he trusts his crew, 100%. Good evening, my friends. This year really seems to be flying by. Another week is coming to an end, and with it, we bring you the first part of our weekly news segment. What's new with the news? You already know what today's topics are. In the world of anime, we've got a lot of new titles, highlighting two that have already premiered. One is a sci-fi series for adults, and the other is a fantasy story. And of course, we've got our weekly podium, where this week's gold medal winner, despite having a long name, is one of those stories that's bound to be a hit. In the manga world, we've got some new series, some that are coming to an end, including this week's Spotlight, one of the many spin-offs of a title everyone should read the light novel of at least once in their lives. It's full of magic, powerful families, and high school teens. And YouTube, how about you? Are you enjoying this new spring season? We've got some heavy hitters returning, like a certain special firefighter, or even a king who's been reincarnated as a baby. While you're deciding what to watch, go ahead and hit play on the video. Let's start with an adaptation of a classic story. Disney Plus Japan has announced a new Cat's Eye anime, set to premiere exclusively in September under the Star section. The animation is by Leiden Films, directed by Yoshifumi Sueda, with a script by Hayashi Mori. The main characters are voiced by Mikako Komatsu, Ami Koshimizu, and Yumiri Hanamori. Ado performs a new version of the classic theme song Cat's Eye by Henri. Moving on to our usual isekai title of the week. A new teaser and visual have been revealed for the anime apocalypse bringer Mainograi, which is scheduled to premiere in July. The animation is handled by Studio Maho Film, directed by Yuji Yanase, with a script by Yuka Yamada and Kunihiko Okada. The main cast features Toshiki Kumagai, Tomori Kusunoki, and Kikuko Inoue. The series is a fantasy isekai based on the light novel by Feihu Kazuno. Light novels and anime adaptations, you know how it goes. The anime adaptation of Though I Am an Inept Villainess, based on the light novel by Satsuki Nakamura, has been confirmed. The anime is produced by Studio Doga Kobo, directed by Mitsue Yamazaki, with character design by Ai Kikuchi. The announcement was preceded by a countdown campaign illustrated by Yuki Kana. The tagline was, "On the night the comet lights up the sky, the fates of two people will cross." And now, one of the highlights of the week, from a title that has already premiered. The Unaware Atelier Master Anime, based on the light novel by Yosuke Tokino, released a new promotional video and had an early premiere on March 30th on D-Anime Store and Abema. Its TV debut was on April 6th on Tokyo MX. The opening theme, Fact Story, is performed by Meizamoa, and the ending, Haru ni Kiede, by Lot Spirits. Additional cast members were also announced. We're halfway through the segment with another already premiered title. The anime Your Forma, based on the sci-fi suspense light novel by Mareho Kikuishi, released a new promotional video featuring the ending theme Neo Luddite by Nine Lana and 4 new cast members. The story begins from Volume 2 of the novels, focusing on Harold and the RF Amicus androids. Kana Hanazawa and Kensho Ono lead the main cast. The series explores the past and the conflicts between sibling androids. It premiered on April 2nd.
全てを終わらせよう。ルークラフト補助官。
Of course, there's something for younger audiences too. A new promo video has been revealed for Saikyo o Zukan, the Ultimate Tournament, which premiered on April 6th. The anime is based on the popular children's book series with over 5.4 million copies sold. Now directed by Makoto Sato at OLM Digital. Yoshihisa Kawahara and Mia Sonozaki return as Mr. Most and TT. The production features a refreshed music team and marks the franchise's 10th anniversary in 2026. Every now and then, this publisher surprises us with announcements like this. The anime The Barbarian's Bride has been announced for a fall 2025 release with animation by Studio Jumondo. The story follows Serafina, the strongest knight of the West, who is captured by an Eastern tribe after failing a mission. Instead of being executed, she's surprised by a marriage proposal from the tribal leader. The series blends action, romance, and cultural clash. The third English manga volume will be released on May 6th by 7 Seas. And this week, we reached the podium a bit earlier. In third place, we have a sequel. A teaser featuring keyframes was revealed for Season 2 of Let This Grieving Soul Retire, set to premiere in October. Season 1 was directed by Masahiro Takada at Studio Zero G, with a script by Hideki Shirane and music by Ryohei Sataka. The anime is based on the light novel by Tsukikage and Chiko. Lezel and Pamaru-sama performed the opening and ending themes, respectively.
やらされるんだ。
原稿も預かってきたので、こちらお願いします。
This week's silver medal goes to a sequel aimed at younger audiences. Season 2 of the anime Zenryoku Usagi, based on Kei Ikeda's manga, premieres on April 9th on Chiba TV. The main cast and director Atsushi Nigorakawa return, with Mimi Satsuki handling the script. Production remains under Rising Force. Season 1 premiered in October 2023.
その日一日を全力で生きるということ。それが全力うさぎです。
And the gold medal this week goes to the announcement of a title that's bound to be a hit in 2026. A new teaser and main cast were revealed for The Exiled Heavy Knight Knows How to Game the System, which will premiere in 2026. The anime will be produced by Studio Gohans, directed by Katsumasa Yokomine, with overall supervision by Shingo Suzuki. Character design is by Takayuki Uchida, and the soundtrack is composed by Ludwig Forsell. The series adapts the light novel by Nikoko, with manga by Brocco Lee.
重騎士のエルマだ。
Let's kick things off with an explosive combo, manga and webtoons. Kakao Entertainment has launched a new God of Blackfield spin-off titled The Black, Falcon of Arabia. The story follows the pursuit of a secret agent from the organization The Black, expanding the original universe with Middle Eastern conflicts. The original web novel, known for its realistic combat scenes, has racked up 370 million views. The English version is available on Tapas, Webtoon, and Wuxia World, web novel. This publisher is also a regular in this segment. Young Animal magazine announced the launch of the new manga Horyo Eiyu by Riku Misora and Shinjiro on March 15th. The story follows a young sword expert trying to find his place in the world as a gladiator in an enemy country. It's a tale of rising up and rebellion. Misora is also known for the light novel I Kissed My Girlfriend's Little Sister, published in English by Tentai Books. Another fresh story on the horizon. Sensha Yoshida is launching a new manga titled Oya Go 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 in the next issue of Big Comic Original. The story depicts the daily life of the Yoshida family, including their high school daughter and a mysterious car that arrives at their home. The title is a pun on the Japanese words for parents and children, and Mak Go Go Go. Yoshida is also the author of the gag comedy Utsurun Desu, which was adapted into both anime and live action in 2009. This title needs no introduction. The April issue of Monthly G Fantasy revealed that Hazumi Takeda's manga, The Irregular at Magic High School, Masaki Ichijo Transfers Schools, arc will end on April 18th. The manga adapts volume 19 of the Irregular at Magic High School light novel, focusing on Masaki's temporary transfer to investigate a terrorist attack. This manga is a sequel to Master Clan's Conference, which covered volumes 17 to 18. Takeda began this new adaptation in November 2023. Continuing with a series that's coming to an end, Monthly Comic Zenon magazine announced that Kei Okubo's manga Arte will conclude in the next issue on April 25th. The story follows Arte, a young noblewoman in 16th century Florence, who defies traditional gender roles by becoming an artist's apprentice. The series began in 2013 and currently has 20 volumes published. The English version is distributed by Comic-Key. Wrapping up with another story that's ending, publisher Overlap released the 12th and final volume of the manga Dungeon Builder. The Demon King's Labyrinth is a modern city on February 25th, ahead of the online release of the final chapters. The story follows Procell, a young demon king who wants to build a dungeon where humans and monsters can coexist. Based on a light novel, the series mixes fantasy with sensual elements. The English version is being published by Seven Seas Entertainment.
任せる。分かったよ。挑まれた一騎打ち、騎士として受けよう。バカな、空の彼方までどうやって？確かにあれには困らされたよ。
We started with one of the big three, and now we're ending with another. Here's a quote from the most famous redhead in the anime world. I don't fight because I want to win. I fight because I don't want to lose. That's Kurosaki Ichigo at his best. He doesn't fight for ego or glory, but to protect the people around him. So, what about you? Which piece of news did you like the most? In the anime world, this month kicked off with the premiere of Your Forma, a mature seinen title, and The Unaware Atelier Master, a great new fantasy series. We also had our weekly podium with 2 sequels and yet another promo video for one of those long title anime that actually looks right up our alley. On the manga side, we got the usual webtoon to manga adaptation, some brand new series ranging from medieval settings to comedy, 2 stories coming to an end, and of course, Square Enix had to show up. And so did our boy Tatsuya. Don't know who that is? Go watch The Irregular at Magic High School and you'll find out. Give the video a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, share it on your socials and with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome Sunday. And of course, we'll be back tomorrow with part 2. So be sure to come back.